A superspeeder violation is defined as A. Driving significantly below the speed limit. B. Exceeding the speed limit by a substantial margin. C. Driving at the posted speed limit. D. Passing in a no-passing zone. Answer B. Superspeeder violations occur when drivers exceed the speed limit by a large margin, incurring higher fines. When no speed limit is posted, you should A. Follow the speed of surrounding traffic. B. Drive as fast as possible. C. Use the reasonable and prudent standard. D. Default to the highest interstate speed. Answer C. In areas without posted speed limits, you must drive at a speed that is reasonable and prudent given the conditions. When making a right turn on red in Georgia, you must A. Turn without stopping if the intersection is clear. B. Come to a complete stop and yield to all traffic and pedestrians. C. Only slow down and then turn. D. Turn if no vehicles are visible in the adjacent lane. Answer B. A right turn on red requires a complete stop and yielding to all other traffic and pedestrians. To execute a left turn safely at an intersection, you should A. Signal, check for oncoming traffic, and then turn. B. Turn quickly to beat the light. C. Ignore pedestrians if they are in the crosswalk. D. Only signal if oncoming traffic is present. Answer A. Proper left turn procedures include signaling and yielding to oncoming traffic and pedestrians. U-turns in Georgia are permitted only when A. No signs prohibit them and conditions are safe. B. There is no oncoming traffic, regardless of signage. C. You are in a residential area. D. You are driving under 25 miles per hour. Answer A. U-turns are allowed only where they are not prohibited by signage and where visibility and conditions permit a safe maneuver. When approaching a T intersection, you should A. Speed up to clear the intersection. B. Stop and yield to traffic on the through road before turning. C. Turn without stopping if the intersection appears clear. D. Ignore oncoming traffic if no signals are present. Answer B. At T intersections, it is essential to stop and yield to traffic on the continuing road. On a one-way street, making a left turn on red is permitted only when turning A. From a one-way street onto another one-way street. B. From a two-way street onto a one-way street. C. From a one-way street onto a two-way street. D. Left turns on red are never permitted. Answer A. Georgia permits left turns on red only when turning from one one-way street onto another one-way street. To safely execute a U-turn, you should A. Accelerate during the maneuver. B. Ignore traffic signals if the intersection is clear. C. Use the shoulder to complete the turn. D. Ensure there is no oncoming traffic and signal clearly. Answer D. A U-turn should be performed only when safe, with proper signaling and no conflicting traffic. Before making any turn, you should always A. Check for pedestrians and oncoming vehicles. B. Rely solely on road signs. C. Turn without signaling if the road is clear. D. Speed up to complete the turn quickly. Answer A. It is crucial to check for both pedestrians and oncoming traffic before turning. When turning into a crosswalk, you must A. Honk to alert pedestrians. B. Only signal if children are present. C. Proceed without stopping if the crosswalk appears clear. D. Yield to pedestrians in the crosswalk. Answer D. You must always yield to pedestrians in a crosswalk before turning. At a four-way stop in Georgia, if two vehicles arrive simultaneously, the driver on the A. Left has the right-of-way. B. Right has the right-of-way. C. Side with fewer passengers has the right-of-way. D. Vehicle with the larger engine has the right-of-way. Answer B. At four-way stops, the vehicle on the right is given the right-of-way. When merging onto a busy highway, you should A. Accelerate to force your way in. B. Stop at the end of the ramp. C. Yield to traffic and merge when safe. D. Use your horn continuously. Answer: C. Safely merging requires yielding to highway traffic and entering when a gap is available. When a school bus is stopped with flashing red lights, you must A. Slow down and proceed with caution. B. Continue driving if no children are visible. C. Only stop if you are in the same lane. D. Stop regardless of your direction of travel. Answer: D. Georgia law mandates that all drivers stop when a school bus has flashing red lights. At an intersection without traffic signals, you should yield to A. Vehicles on the right only. B. Vehicles on your left only. C. Pedestrians only. D. Vehicles already in the intersection. Answer: D. You must yield to any vehicles already in the intersection to avoid collisions. When entering a roadway from a driveway, you should A. Merge immediately. B. Yield to traffic and pedestrians by coming to a full stop. C. Accelerate to clear the driveway quickly. D. Ignore the need to yield if the road appears empty. Answer: B. Entering from a driveway requires a complete stop and yielding to both vehicles and pedestrians. If an oncoming vehicle is already in an intersection, you must A. Proceed quickly before it clears. B. Honk your horn to alert the driver. C. Yield until the vehicle has cleared the intersection. D. Merge into another lane immediately. Answer: C. You must always yield to vehicles already in the intersection to ensure safety. In Georgia, which type of vehicle is most likely to be subject to additional operational restrictions? A. Passenger cars. B. Motorcycles. C. Large commercial vehicles. D. Bicycles. Answer: C. Large commercial vehicles are often subject to additional restrictions due to their size, weight, and potential hazards. Vehicles carrying hazardous materials must A. Follow the same rules as all other vehicles. B. Not be allowed on any state highways. C. Only operate during daylight hours. D. Adhere to designated routes and extra safety protocols. Answer: D. Hazardous materials vehicles must follow specific routes and safety measures to protect all road users. Operating a vehicle without the owner's consent is classified as A. A minor infraction. B. A misdemeanor. C. A civil violation only. D. Permissible if the vehicle is parked. Answer: B. Driving a vehicle without the owner's permission is considered a misdemeanor in Georgia. Georgia law requires that all vehicles be maintained in A. A brand new condition. B. Safe and mechanically sound condition. C. Good aesthetic condition. D. Only minimal repair status. Answer: B. Vehicles must be kept in safe and operable condition to avoid citations and ensure road safety. Oversized vehicles in Georgia are often required to A. Use only the left lane. B. Operate without speed limits. C. Display special markings or use a pilot vehicle. D. Drive exclusively on designated routes. Answer: C. Oversized vehicles may be required to display additional warnings or use a pilot vehicle for safe operation. Certain vehicles may be restricted from using specific lanes during peak hours in order to A. Generate toll revenue. B. Reduce congestion and improve traffic flow. C. Reserve lanes for emergency vehicles only. D. Allow only commercial vehicles. Answer: B. Restricting certain vehicles during peak times helps to minimize congestion and promote smoother traffic flow. When parking on a hill facing uphill with a curb, you should A. Turn your wheels sharply toward the curb. B. Turn your wheels sharply away from the curb. C. Keep your wheels straight. D. Only apply your parking brake. Answer: A. Turning your wheels toward the curb helps prevent the vehicle from rolling into traffic if it moves unexpectedly. In Georgia, parking is prohibited within of a fire hydrant. A. 10 feet. B. 5 feet. C. 15 feet. D. 20 feet. Answer A. You are not allowed to park within 10 feet of a fire hydrant to ensure emergency access. A no parking sign indicates that parking is A. Allowed during off-peak hours. B. Permitted only for a short duration. C. Prohibited at all times. D. Allowed only for loading and unloading. Answer C. A no parking sign means that parking is not allowed at any time. Handicapped parking spaces in Georgia are reserved exclusively for vehicles displaying A. Any decorative sticker. B. A valid handicapped placard or license plate. C. A temporary permit from the county. D. No special identification. Answer B. Only vehicles with a valid handicapped placard or license plate may use these spaces. When parking near a crosswalk, you must not park within A. 5 feet. B. 10 feet. C. 25 feet. D. 50 feet. Answer C. Parking too close to a crosswalk can block pedestrians' views. Typically, parking is prohibited within 25 feet. If you park illegally in a no parking zone, you may A. Receive only a verbal warning. B. Be subject to a citation and possible towing. C. Be given a grace period to move your vehicle. D. Not face any penalty if parked briefly. Answer B. Illegally parked vehicles can be ticketed and towed as per Georgia regulations. One of the leading causes of distracted driving in Georgia is A. Adjusting the rearview mirror. B. Listening to the radio at a low volume. C. Checking the fuel gauge. D. Using a cell phone while driving. Answer D. Using a cell phone while driving is a major distraction and increases the risk of accidents. To maintain focus on the road and avoid distractions, you should A. Engage in multiple activities at once. B. Increase the volume of your music. C. Frequently check your phone for updates. D. Use hands-free technology and keep your eyes on the road. Answer D. Using hands-free devices and keeping your attention on driving is essential for safety.